Bernie White. I was born in Nashville, raised in Memphis, Tennessee. I was very fortunate to get an appointment to the Naval Academy and graduated with a class of 55 and was in naval aviation most of my career. My older brother was in World War II as a sailor, and he kind of laid the seed for Navy. And then he came back and said, Bernie, Navy Air is where you want to go. Don't go on the, what we call the Black Shoe Navy. So I had in my mind very clearly to go into naval aviation. Even in high school, while I was in a reserve unit in Millington Naval Air Station, and I was there for a couple of years. I tried a couple of programs, ROTC program, and they wouldn't accept me, and lo and behold, the Naval Academy did, and I was very grateful for that. I enjoyed the whole tour. I guess when I got to the Pentagon for the second time in my later years, that's when I really wanted to be a civilian again. I think I'm proud that I served. I think of Vietnam, I know was not a very popular war. I remember my wife telling me, I'm deployed. She's going with me to Fresno Airport to take a flight to the Western Pacific. And she walks out of the airport holding the 5 children in her arms, in her hands. And people were laughing and talking around her. They didn't know the war was going on, and she was in tears. And I guess it was a private war for us. The world didn't know about it. It didn't seem to be. I remember our first combat cruise to Vietnam. We were on USS Ticonderoga. And I was in a strike group when a squadron mate of mine ahead of me, going down the chute in the bombing run, his plane exploded. They caught him directly with a direct hit. And you go ahead and do your job, but when I got the aircraft back aboard and I was walking down to the ready room, I burst into tears. And that was not the first one we lost. I guess there's a relationship that you develop with your squadron mates. It's very close. And I maintain those today. I have 2 children who are in Afghanistan as we speak. I admire them and all of the troops in Iraq and Afghanistan. And they're very proud of their country. They're very proud of their country. I must tell you that many years ago, I was stationed in Belgium, and we had the opportunity to take our 5 children to Berlin. The wall was still up, and we stood on a scaffolding so that they could see over the wall. And I think our children grew up there, and developed a sense of appreciation for our country. They grew up in a sense that a lot of kids don't have the opportunity to do. And they still feel the same way today, I think. I want to say to them, thank you for your service. And I mean that very much. This country is made great, in my belief, this country is made great by the people who have served and defended it. You may argue the pros and cons of going into a conflict, but when we go, they do a good job, and I'm very proud of them. I'm proud to be a veteran. I'm proud that I served. I'm proud that I served with the men and women in Vietnam. Would I do it again? Absolutely, absolutely.